So we create 99% of the psychological suffering that we encounter in our lives. Um, I'm not talking about somebody else berating you or making you feel bad. I'm talking about our constant narrative that reminds us of all the crap going on in our lives, that makes us think about what might happen in the future. We create that suffering ourselves. Nobody else is doing that. Even if you're hearing information from the news or wherever, you're still taking that information and you're creating anxiety within you. And I'm also not talking about any physical suffering. Obviously, if somebody's beating you, you need to call the police. I mean, sitting here worrying, remembering, we spend a lot of time making ourselves victims because of the things that we've encountered in our past, but the sooner you can forgive and let that go, the sooner you'll be living a much more peaceful life. And I'm not saying, forget what people did to you, right? Because if you forget, you're bound to repeat it. But what I'm saying is to truly forgive someone is to be able to remember what they did to you, but remember it without hate in your heart. That part is truly difficult, especially since, we live in a society where we're kind of addicted to vengeance. We're addicted to anger and hate, but once you learn how to truly forgive by, remembering what somebody did without that hate inside of you, that's a big step forward to getting rid of that psychological suffering. Don't just sit there all day and think about stuff that upsets you. You know what I mean? That shit is futile. It's pointless. It does nothing. It does nothing but make you feel bad, you know? And it has been clinically proven, that holding anger and hate within you and frustration, it causes sickness. You know, um, Being angry raises your blood pressure. Blood pressure causes inflammation in your body. And inflammation in your body is like the number one source of all kinds of diseases, problems, things like diabetes, cancer, heart disease, liver disease, all that stuff can sprout from just having that inflammation within you. And so all that comes with that psychological suffering of just sitting here and just constantly beating yourself up about mistakes you made, or remembering some shit somebody did to you when you were, a child, or the other day, taking things personally. The best way to help let go of that stuff, man, is to become aware of the fact that you're upset, or become aware of the fact that you're thinking about these things. And an easy way to become aware is to be alert and to notice your surroundings. To put yourself in the present moment. And that takes a lot of practice, but it's 100% possible. Because I used to suffer from that too. I used to sit around and think about all this shit that's going on in my life and beat myself up and be upset and, just kind of walk around like a typical dude with a chip on my shoulder, expecting something from the world that I was never going to get, but I don't feel that anymore. And it's dangerous to just sit here and be lost in your thoughts, man. Thinking is not bad. We need to think to solve our problems. We need to think, to get things done in this life. But the one thing we don't need is to sit around and think about all the shit that happened or worry about what might happen, because it's an illusion. That's not real. Yeah. So, thank you for listening.